父の名誉にかけて誓います。風が導いている。
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am Akhtar, and today we are going to talk about a brand new game that is going to be released in a few days only, on the 31st of July, in fact, Sword of Convallaria. This game is a tactical RPG available on PC on Steam, Android and iOS. You have pixel design on that game, and I suppose that it's not gonna please everyone, but personally, I love that. In fact, in a way, it reminds me the old Final Fantasies, and I love that. Sword of Convallaria is also a gacha game, which means that you will find many different units with different rarities. And generally, in most of the gacha games on the market, the higher the rarity, the stronger the unit, right? In Sword of Convallaria, of course, they will have better stats and sometimes stronger abilities, but this game is different. You will find way more strategy than in other traditional gacha games. In Infinite Magic Raid, not to mention it, even if you are spending thousands of euros, you are never gonna be able to beat the different content, because enemies have absurd stats. In that game, it's not gonna be the case. No, in Sword of Convallaria, you will find meta units, and even some free-to-play can pretend to be in the top 5 or 10% of the player base. The key is gonna be to manage your resources correctly and pull for the right heroes. By the way, these two pictures are not my own. They are coming from another player that has been playing for more than 1 year on the Asian server Celion Journey. If you want to know more about him, the link to access his Twitter is in the description of my video. In Sword of Convallaria, you can take advantage of the terrain. For example, in that specific situation, you can push the target to kill him instantly. You can also attack the barrels, and trust me, it's better to do that from range if you want to avoid taking damage too. So never reproduce what I did on the video, it was just for my own experience. You are gonna die if you are doing that. As I said earlier in the video, every unit is different. Some will apply some buffs on your heroes to help them tank more damage, push enemies, attack from range, put some traps, use the terrain to have an advantage. One more time, a lot of strategy. Every unit is gonna have a different rarity, one class among 5 different ones: the Defender, the Breaker, the Seeker, the Watcher and the Destroyer. Add to all of that some movement stats. Every unit is gonna have 1 or 2 different factions. For example, that one is in the Iria faction and the Sword of Convallaria faction. Over time, by doing different things, you are gonna gain some experience on your units to level them up, to have more stats on them, increase their rank to unlock some skills. By the way, you have to choose the skills you want to unlock. One more time, it's gonna add some extra strategy to the game, but generally people are gonna tell you that you have better skills to pick. For example, if I show you that my hero guide, also made by Celion Journey, the guy I mentioned a bit earlier, you can find some recommendations on the skills to pick in priority, as well as the recommended gear and engraving. You are gonna unlock more stars on them, it's gonna upgrade their effect, and apparently over time, maybe it's gonna take a lot of time, but you can farm these pieces to increase their star level. Or you can summon some copies of them to have some extra shards and spend them in here. In Sword of Convallaria, you will find different types of gear with a different level, a different rarity, and a different level of stars. The weapons are gonna give some extra stats to your units and will apply an extra effect. You can enhance your gear using some gold and powder that you can get during missions or during events. Increasing its level is going to increase the stats of your unit. Increasing the star level of your gear is going to increase both its stats and effect. You can obtain some gear through missions, events, and summons, but advanced players are going to tell you not to use your summons on weapon banners. According to the Taiwan server, you can see on the screen the release order of the different future banners, and some will advise you to save your resources until Sophia, August, and Cocoa, 3 top tier units. Some others are gonna tell you to reroll until you get Gloria or Inanna. They are top tier units, and even later in the game, they will remain really strong. In Sword of Convallaria, you have a stamina system, you have a limit, and you can restore some over time. Unfortunately, I heard about the game just a bit too late, right after the inscription dates of the beta. And to be honest, I don't know yet if it is gonna be restrictive or not. I played only on the demo of the game on Steam, but the game will have 3 different game modes, and the first one I'm gonna talk about is gonna be the Spiral of Destinies, an offline single player game mode, in which you are gonna incarnate a mercenary group, complete different different quests and progress over time and grow with the different factions. And normally that game mode should be 100% free to play or really close. It's not me who say that, but the developers.
This mode features a multi-branch story with several endings and is nearly free of pay-to-win elements. You can expect a deep, engaging experience in this mode.
Furthermore, in that game mode, you will have many different endings based on your decisions. Yes, sometimes you will have to choose between two different actions, and I heard that apparently it would have an impact on the story. Pretty cool for a gacha game, right? And talking about the story, let's introduce the story of Sword of Convallaria. The action takes place on the ancient continent of Rodinia, the Iria's country. Many factions are battling for a precious magical resource called the Luxite. On your journey, you will incarnate a male or a female character, as you prefer, waking up in a Wyvern City's dungeon. At this moment, your character doesn't even remember his own name. While the revolution is about to break out in the city, a mercenary group will head to the dungeon and rescue you. Trying to escape the city, your group won't survive. Then, your character wakes up in a strange dimensional location, saved by a talking cat. You can talk? He fished you out from the Sea of Chaos, a dimension where fallen people are losing themselves. Your goal in the game is to summon fallen heroes from the Sea of Chaos to help you rewrite the story. Welcome to the Fool's Journey, an online story mode with many different chapters, a growing difficulty and challenges to overcome. I played a bit to this mode on the demo and it was really fun, but now I'm waiting for the global release to continue the campaign, because yes, on the demo it was really restrictive. We were stuck on the stage number 8, and unfortunately we need to clear the stage number 9 if we want to unlock the crossing world. And then we will have some PvP. I don't know every detail yet, but we will have some classic arena gameplay in which we will fight versus another player controlled by AI. We will have guild features, so I suppose that we are gonna have a guild wars. And by the way, I heard that there is no guild versus environment planned in the game, at least for now, but who knows, maybe in the future we will have some. Recently as well, developers say that they were currently working on a real-time arena feature. But generally, it is something that most of the developers on gacha games are talking about, and a few months later they realized that it was harder than they thought. But let's hope that it's not gonna be the case for that game. Okay guys, two last things before ending the video. Don't forget to pre-register now to get a few rewards on the 31st of July for the game's launch. And finally, in the first hero banner, you will find Cole, Beryl, and Gloria. So, good luck to everyone, and may everybody have Gloria to start the game with. Have a really nice day guys, thanks for watching and see you on the next video, ciao!